Hello, I'm Nat Komes, General Manager of Flora Springs Winery, grandson of Flora Komes, or as I've always called her, Grandma Flo. Trying to recap the last 100 years is no easy undertaking. Just to give you some perspective, when she was born, Henry Ford had just rolled out the Model T, air conditioning had just been invented, and the Golden Gate Bridge had not yet been built. So where do we start? How do we begin? Here, tucked away in the deepest corner of my grandmother's attic, I came upon a box of memories. Buried within this box was a series of photos I think best captures my grandmother's life. From her beginnings in Hawaii to her gardens in Napa Valley, her personal strength and joy for life is evident. This year marks a historic event for my family, as my grandmother is turning 100 years old. To celebrate this event, we are going to visit her life, her accomplishments, and how she has greatly influenced the way this winery conducts business. Flora's paternal grandfather, described to me as a vagabond sailor, brought his family from the Portuguese Azores to Hawaii in 1884. Her mother's side, also of Portuguese descent, were already making a living as dairy farmers on the Big Island. Flora's father, Antone Cabral, married her mother, Josephine Benevitz, in 1905. Flora was born November 7, 1911, in Honolulu Territory of Hawaii. As a child, Flora loved school, collecting shells, and learning island traditions such as hula dancing and baking Hawaiian bread.
I started making bread because my mother made homemade bread. And so often I would take a little something dough. We called them little birds. My mother used to roll them and tie them together. And I'd take them to school, and so the kids loved it. So when the year ends, they always would write about Flora and her rolls. For my Oahu, 4 times first prize. I have all the ribbons.
Oh, you still have them all? You still have all the ribbons?
Sure.
Yeah, all right.
They're around someplace. And it was fun.
My family recently learned that Flora and her friends would spend afternoons catching frogs to sell to the local restaurants.
And then what'd you do with the frogs?
Oh, I hate to tell you.
At that time, Hawaii was still considered a territory, and only a few hotels lined the beaches of Oahu. At the age of 18, Flora left home and traveled via a lonely ocean liner to San Francisco to pursue an education in nursing, something rare for the time. She decided to put her education and career first and moved an ocean away from her family. Upon arrival in San Francisco, she took the last of her money and invested in a warm coat. In 1929, she started in a nursing program at St. Mary's Hospital and was able to make a few friends. Always keeping the goal in mind to become a nurse, she was dedicated to her studies.
So Grandma,
Yeah.
can you tell us how you met Jerry?
Oh, at a Halloween party.
Okay.
Were you wearing costumes?
Well, no, it was not that time. It was the nurses put on this Halloween party in the auditorium, and they all invite their friends and so forth. And I didn't have anybody. I didn't know anybody. So this girl said she knew the cutest little fella for it. So that was it.